The climate crisis is real. The science is clear. And yet we seem paralyzed in the face of this existential threat. You don't have to look far to see the impacts. Record heat waves, massive wildfires, megastorms, melting ice caps. This is just the beginning. And yet, climate denialism and apathy persist. What will it take to wake society up to the scale of this emergency? The missing key is psychology. To drive action on climate change, we need to confront how the human mind is wired in ways that hinder our response. In this video, we'll break down the psychological biases and limitations that are sabotaging climate action. By shining a light on these mental blind spots, we can start to overcome them. Let's dive in. Much climate denial stems from motivated reasoning. We cling to views aligned with our identity and beliefs, bending facts to fit them. This lets partisans tell themselves the science is uncertain, based on the flimsiest, cherry-picked claims that back up their politics. Related is the confirmation bias. People selectively seek out and trust information confirming pre-existing views while dismissing everything else as fake news. This fuels climate tribalism. The science should unite us, not divide us by party. Our brains also struggle with far-off threats like climate change. Psychologists call this temporal discounting. The future feels abstract while present needs feel urgent and real. This makes maintaining fossil fuel dependence seem beneficial today, even though it has horrific long-term costs to life on Earth. The bystander effect also kicks in with big group problems. When many others are present, we assume someone else will solve the issue, causing everyone to remain passive. This collective shrugging of shoulders allows climate risks to balloon unchecked. Materialism also distracts and traps attention on personal status, gains over communal needs. Conspicuous consumption fills voids in identity better served by purpose and community, and it despoils the planet. Our disconnect from nature due to urbanization means the loss of ecosystems seems less visceral, and compassion fatigue sets in as climate chaos grows. These limitations reveal why information alone cannot spur climate action. To overcome them requires understanding their psychological roots. Reframing climate change as a here, now problem makes it feel more urgent. Reminding people of their power as individuals to enact solutions helps counteract apathy. Role models on both sides of the political spectrum need to speak to the reality of climate change to authorize acceptance among their follows due to tribal mentalities. Strengthening critical thinking and climate education helps build immunity to misinformation and denialism. Improving social bonds and community reconnects people with purpose beyond status consumption. Shift in values away from blind growth and toward sustainability and stewardship of nature's gifts is possible if we recognize our psychological traps. This is not meant to shame anyone. It is to enlighten all of us on the ways human psychology limits our response to this crisis. The brain evolved to prioritize short-term survival in the moment. But climate change requires long-term thinking and collective action. It is time we put aside divisions and individualistic thinking patterns holding back progress. Our children's future depends on coming together now as one human family to protect our shared global home. But this first requires understanding the ways our minds work against us. If this video resonated with you and you want to go deeper into the psychological dimensions of climate apathy and solutions, check out the link in the description to my book, The Shrinking Planet. It lays out why psychology is the missing piece for catalyzing climate action on the scale we desperately need. The window for action is closing fast. We have the knowledge and technology to build a just, sustainable world if we can gather the will. And that starts by illuminating the blind spots in how we think that have long stalled progress. The time for clear vision and action is now. Our planet depends on it.